Thank you. We continue our team coverage of Subtropical Storm Alberto in one Bonita Springs neighborhood where people are watching the rain very closely tonight. Let's get right to 4 in your corners. Jasmine Miner, she's live on Lake Shalimar Drive. Jasmine, how are things looking right now?
Chris, a couple hours ago, it was raining a little bit in this neighborhood of Lakes of San Souci, but there's absolutely no rainfall out here right now, and I haven't seen any flooding. But that doesn't mean neighbors don't remember last year when their streets were flooded with 18 inches of water. In fact, one neighbor said she had to use this kayak just to get to and from her house. And this year, she says she's upgraded to a brand new car with wheels that come a lot higher than 18 inches. So if it floods again this year, she says at least this time she'll be able to get out of her neighborhood without boating.
This is my ticket out of here.
Just 8 months ago, Laura Kamen's neighborhood looked like this. Right after Irma and heavy rainfall, it stayed flooded under 18 inches of water for weeks, where even I had to paddle on a kayak just to get in and out of the Lakes of San Souci neighborhood. Now with the state of emergency for the subtropical storm, she says she's worried her neighborhood is again not prepared.
The way that I look at it is, I'm going to prepare our family the way that we need to prepare and not count on anyone else.
That means a new Jeep with 37-inch wheels and fixing nearly $80,000 worth of flooding damage to her home. Board members of the neighborhood say they've been trying to get work done.
Well, we're in the process of still getting bids for redoing the berm, which would give us some better water flow around the neighborhood.
Jim says the board has been working with the city for months for help, but most of the funding has gone to other neighborhoods.
You guys are completely on your own.
Correct. For the work to be done, it'll have to come out of our own pocket.
The board says the cost to get things fixed will be anywhere from $15,000 to over $100,000. The president of the neighborhood says he's been waiting for help.
The berm has been breached over here, and this has to be addressed.
But there's no clarity on which agencies, from water management to the Department of Transportation to the Homeowners Association, is supposed to take care of the work.
This is something that's happening everywhere. Whose responsibility is it?
Laura says she's ready to take on any possible floods.
It's something that I know I can get out of here, so I'm out of here.
The board says since the hurricane season is just a couple of weeks away, it's unlikely that they'll be able to get the work done prior to that happening. Now, the city of Bonita Springs said in a statement earlier today that they've been preparing for the upcoming storm season for months, and we're going to follow up with the city on Monday to see how this neighborhood in particular they're going to choose to handle when it comes to extreme flooding this summer. Live in Bonita Springs, I'm Jasmine Miner, Fox 4 in your corner.
Jasmine, you can certainly understand why people there are so anxious about this storm. Okay, so right now we're looking at the threat of heavy rainfall, maybe some flooding, and the possibility of tornadoes hitting the Gulf Coast. That's part of the reason why Governor Scott and the governor of Mississippi have already declared states of emergency. Betty Davis reports on that part of the story.